Hi, I'm Matt from Ludovox, and today I'm going to give you a game overview of Fired Up, a game by Purple Games, which is a Greek publisher. So the game is not out yet, it's going to be a Kickstarter in March 2016. In this game, every player is the fan, the supporter of a famous fighter. So we are all in a stadium, we see our favorite fighters fight together in the pit, but even if we want to see our favorite fighters win, what we really want to see is a good fight. So in this game, we have secret objective cards that we are going to lay out in front of us and score only if applicable, only if the conditions are met. What we're going to be able to do is to spend energy to play those cards and to influence the other fighters with the influence tokens that we all have. So influencing fighters will mean raising the stats of the players, encourage them to hit a target more than another, increase their speed, or influence their morale. They can be depressed or cheered up, and if they are cheered up, they can hit stronger. So the game is comprised of 5 phases. The first phase is the planning phase. We are going to be able to spend energy to draw cards, to discard also unused cards, and play moments from our hand to our play area. These are the cards that we want satisfied on this turn. If we don't meet the conditions on this turn, they are going to be back into our hands. So for example, in this case, the fighter with the lowest speed attacks the fighter with the highest speed. If this happens, it doesn't matter if it's my fighter or the other fighters that are involved in this, I score it. I can spend energy to score it. The second phase is going to be the influence phase. In the influence phase, every player has 6 tokens that we are going to use to roll dice. So for example, here we have sides on the dice. We are going to be able to increase the strength, to target other fighters, to cheer fighters or jeer fighters, to impact their morale, or we can increase their speed or gain energy and have double effect. So the way that this works is that we have those tokens, which means here that I haven't used any of my dice. If I use a dice from my roll, for example, to increase Boris's strength, defense, sorry, I'm going to use the strength die and turn this face down. When it comes back to me, I have only 5 dice left. When everyone has passed or spent all of his dice, the influence phase is over. And we move to the third phase, which is the morale phase. If any player has tokens on the cheer or jeer, we just subtract the tokens on jeer from the tokens on cheer, and depending on the result, we can move up or down the morale of that character with the morale tokens. The fourth phase is the fighting phase. Yarr! Some action, finally. So in this phase, everyone is going to attack once, every single fighter. So we resolve attacks with dice. So blue dice for defense and red dice for attack. So for example, here let's imagine that Alexia has 3 dice, 3 attack dice, and has the highest speed. She will attack, let's say, the green player because his target marker is here. It's Boris, and in this case, Boris has 3 defense. So the attacking player will roll 3 attack dice with body parts on them, and the blue player, so the defending player, will roll different dice. We have body parts to match. So for example, if my roll is a head and 2 arms, I'm going to have to match. For example, if I match the head on attack and defense, nothing happens. I have parried the blow. If I have a leg, it's useless. If I have a critical failure, I do nothing. So for example, in this case, the heads cancel themselves. That defense was useless. That was a failure. So the attacker will inflict 2 damage to Boris, which will go down of 2 squares in this track. And as Boris has suffered a lot of damage, he will take a wound. You can get KO'd after going down all of your track or by getting 3 wounds. Why would you want to get KO'd or wounded? It's simply because some objectives tell you that you have to get wounded in a specific state or to get a lot of damage at once. So the 5th phase is simply a recovery phase in which you just remove the tokens that are unnecessary in the game state. The game stops when there is only one fighter left, and when all the other ones are KO'd. So you earn points with the cards. You earn points by KOing people. If I KO, for example, if Alexia KOs Boris, the yellow player, which is the supporter of Alexia, will earn 1 point because she has KO'd someone. If Alexia KOs Bruno, the yellow player is going to earn 1 more point because of 1 more KO, and will earn more points because she's on the podium. Well, you know almost everything there is to know about Fired Up, so see you later and play more games.